wonderful start to this wonderful morning. Getting through the week here quickly. We've got some great guests. We've got Susan and Bill from Titusville Market Square joining us. Hi, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning.
I can't believe we're into a new month. I kept thinking that like all morning. Like, wait a second. That's 1st of May.
First of May. Happy May Day.
It is May Day.
Yeah.
You're not sharing those memes, are you?
No.
Okay.
And tomorrow's our older brother's birthday. Happy
birthday, Sam.
69th birthday to Sam. I'll call him out on his age.
Oh, nice. Happy birthday. Yeah. Now, will he get a special greeting if he were to pop into Titusville Market Square?
He would because we'd be surprised. He lives in Greensburg, so
Yeah.
it'd be
Well,
surprised.
you said in the past he lives away,
yeah,
but
a couple hours.
yeah. Well, come in and get a special birthday greeting tomorrow.
And present. We have lots of presents for him, so we'll just
There you
grab
go.
stuff off the shelf, and
He loves my Amish wedding pickled asparagus. I'll give him a few jars of asparagus.
You know, that just reminded me. Do you ever just walk through the store and just kind of stop and think, "Oh, that's kind of neat"? Like, because I know you. I mean, you have all these great vendors, but
It happens to me a lot because a lot of times I'm out back counting the beans, doing the accounting, and I'll be, when did this come in, you know?
there's a skit on Saturday Night Live. This lady that works at Target, and like they come up to the
Yes.
register, and like, oh wow, and I kind of do the same thing. It's like, wow, I didn't know we had that,
Yeah.
Because vendors bring stuff in all the time. It's like, wow,
yeah, it's really. And again, that's we've talked before. When somebody comes in, every time's sort of a different experience because of the different items that a vendor may bring in. So, it's just kind of neat. Susan, some big things coming up.
Mother's Day.
Yes.
That's a big deal, especially for us mothers. But our annual chocolate-covered strawberries for Mother's Day, we're taking orders now. So get in on the pre-order as we always do. We'll have a little cash and carry. But if you want to be guaranteed those delicious strawberries, get your pre-order in as soon as you can. And we're ready to roll on that. But and there's also other nice gifts for moms, jewelry and candles, soaps. So there's a lot of fun things that would make nice Mother's Day gifts.
Okay, great. And Mother's Day seems to like sneak up. I say this, I know it's coming, but it's just, I think it's early in the month. It's always early in the month. And it's just sort of like you get into May and there's all that excitement and you're thinking Memorial Day and summer. And, oh, yeah, Mother's Day.
Don't forget Mom.
And don't forget Mom. Yeah, absolutely. You got through Easter.
We did, and we still have eggs.
Okay.
The egg crisis has broken. We're not having any supply issues now, which is wonderful. And speaking of the eggs, we have a new egg product. We have jumbo chicken eggs. Ooh. And they're the size of the duck eggs, which we have duck eggs that are fairly new. I think the last time we were on, we have our new vendor, Hanley's Hens and Beef. Those come from their farm, and because they're new, he's doing a lot of fun things. He does raw goat milk. The raw cream has been very popular in quarts, so people like the heavy cream. They're doing a homemade butter, salted and unsalted butter. It's getting dangerous working there. Yogurts, he does homemade yogurts. They're in a quart glass jar, which is unique, and it works like pot of gold milk, where they exchange the bottle. You can exchange these yogurt jars and get $1 off your next yogurt.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of good stuff happening there.
I think you had mentioned right before Easter, too, the quail eggs and how they make great Easter eggs.
They do. There's the.
Picture,
to me, they look like colored marbles. They're really fun. So
those are beautiful.
Hopefully, people colored some quail eggs.
Yeah, that's great. That's beautiful. Bill, May's a big time for you.
Coming up very soon. Actually, in 2 days, this weekend, May the 3rd, is Free Comic Book Day, which is a nationwide event for all comic book shops. It's an event that started back in 2002, so we're, I think, in our 23rd year. And all the publishers from the comic books have a certain book they supply us to give away for free. So people could come in. I'll have maybe a limit, like maybe 3 or 4 comics per. You can choose from a lot of different ones. I have some in front of me here. We got big popular titles like Star Wars. We have some younger kid reader, Superman. We have Fantastic Four, Spider-Man. We have Minecraft, very popular game. There's a comic book based on that. Archie, Speed Racer. Thundercats and Powerpuff Girls. So we have just a good variety of stuff. Besides superheroes, there's a lot of different comic books.
Sort of hits all generations, doesn't it?
Speed Racer.
Yeah.
I used to love that cartoon when I was a kid. I didn't
Well,
know there was a
Speed
comic.
Speed Racer.
See, there's something in the store I don't know about.
See, you can have a Speed Racer. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's classics like that and Superman, Batman, the Marvel stuff. I mean, DC. It's just there's a lot to choose. Do you have people that ask you like, hey, where should I start or what? I'm sure it's based off their interest, but are they asking you questions?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm very anal about being very organized in the store because I have thousands and thousands of comics. So if somebody comes and asks me, do I have such and such book, I better know where to find it because I have it, but where is it? So I'm very organized now. I have thousands of back issues, so I can get right to it if you ask for anything particular.
Okay, so don't be afraid.
Yeah.
I'm sure parents probably ask you a lot of questions if they're bringing their kids in.
Absolutely, and I have a whole section just geared to younger readers because comic books are kind of known for being a younger kid thing, but there's a lot of mature books which I can steer people to. But I have a whole section just to get the younger readers interested in it, and that are G-rated, family appropriate. So there's a whole area for that.
And we've talked before. What a great way if you've got a student that might not love reading. This is a great form of reading that just might get them going, get their imaginations going.
Absolutely, and because I'm a paraprofessional and I teach reading for kids, I learn kids how to read good, is my catchphrase. But anyway, I do better than what I just said. But comic books are a great introduction to reading. I used to have a customer from the Philippines, and he didn't know any English, and he said he learned comic books. He learned to read English from comic books. So
wow,
yeah.
That's great. Cool. And again, as you said, when you walk in, I think when you see that collection, you're just like, wow, this is awesome. So
I've grown mightily. I have new collections coming in all the time. So back issues is a big thing with me. Anybody out there has in your attic from 30 years ago, I'm always buying collections, so I'm very interested in buying.
And I'm sure you also get the seasoned professionals that come in, right? That want to talk to you about, hey, are you able to find this for me? Or, I'm looking for this issue.
Absolutely. And again, you would think younger kids are into it, but most of my customers are age 30 and up. So, mostly older readers because they were in it when they were younger. So, but we're trying to get the younger kids into it as well right now.
That's great. Okay, so that's Saturday.
This Saturday, May the 3rd, yes.
Okay, and that's during store hours?
Yes.
Normal store hours, yes,
okay.
8 to 4.
8 to 4 on Saturday.
Okay. And are you still doing Dungeons and Dragons role playing?
We do that, and it's always the last Sunday of the month. So we probably have another one coming up at the end of May. We just had one this past Sunday here. Oh, wow. So there's a small group. There's a gentleman from the library that puts that together.
That's great. Do you find that readers are kind of going off of, you should Minecraft and what sort of the trends are? Superman's coming out again this summer as a big movie. Does that help interest in the comic book side of it?
Always does.
Okay.
The comic books inspired the movies, but now the movies are inspiring people to read the comics. Where did this all start from? So it's a good symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, and I think the movies try to do a good job, at least putting some Easter eggs in, right? Saying, we're taking stuff from the comics, so go back, take a look at them, read.
Right, and they kind of introduce kind of new characters, and then all the collectors oh, this is going to be popular again, so then they start looking for certain characters in certain books.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Susan and Bill, we'll come back and get some other takes from you here before you have to leave. But again, as we come into May, great time to come in, see what's happening. Vendors, again, bringing in products left and right, and every day something different.
It is always Mother's Day is our big next hot topic, I guess. Our chocolate-covered strawberries is our big promotion, but many nice gifts throughout the store: jewelry, candles, soaps, many things for the moms, and we are, we're gearing up for summer, and maybe when Bill takes off, I'll talk about what's happening there.
Yeah.
But now I've got the Speed Racer song stuck in my head. Go Speed Racer,
yeah.
go Speed
and that's
Racer.
What we're doing all the time.
Go
We're
Speed Racer, go. So I'll be singing that all day now.
Yeah.
I might have to buy a Speed Racer comic book just to.
Do you have company meetings? Because I'm sure they're interesting. Or is it just like, hey, Bill, I'm doing this?
What do you call it? Speed dating. We have speed meetings.
Speed meetings. Okay.
We've got to find a time to do that. We talk about that, but
we probably could do that more. But we're both on the go so much. And like, hey, we take 5 minutes. Like, hey, this is going on.
Well, so we've talked before, Susan. When somebody comes in and would like to be a vendor. I think when you first open Titusville Market Square, it's like, yeah, we've got room. We're going to bring in folks, and now you're to the point you walk in, like every inch feels like it's filled, but you always find a spot for somebody new.
There's always room. Like I said, we keep it fluffed up so it looks good and full. I found some pictures the other day of the store. I've got to show those to Bill when we first opened, and half the store is like completely empty of these spaces, and it's like, what are we going to do with this? And now look at us. So there's always room. It's a quick setup process, really, just like our latest vendor, Hanley's Hens and Beef. Just got to talking. He was wholesaling farm fresh eggs to us, and then he asked about bringing in a cooler. And the next morning, he had his cooler in. And he was selling butter and yogurt and goat milk. And it's just within 24 hours you can be set up and running.
Wow! You mentioned the yogurt kind of working like the pot of gold. Real quick, I mean, that again, that's so popular.
Yeah. And there's pot of gold yogurt, which is wonderful too. They're fruit on the bottom. It's all yogurt, but there's just unique variations of it. Fruit on the bottom there in the photo, and we still carry all the flavors of the wonderful Titusville dairy yogurt in the big 5-pound containers.
An ice cream mix.
An ice cream mix from Pot of Gold. That's I don't know. I've got to stay away from it.
You also have some other classics, the Fiestadas.
Fiestada pizza's very popular. We probably go through a case a week. People love them. I'll give a shout out to our Moose Lodge if you want them cooked for you. I've convinced the Moose to put them on their menu, so maybe we'll talk about that when Randy and I come on next. But they're still popular. It's just a nostalgic high school thing for us Titusville folks.
A lot of people also look for a stop to pick up Clark's Donuts and other baked goods and things, and you've got a great display of wonderful treats for folks maybe heading
We're
out to work.
expanding. Our newest popular thing is the Amish fry pies. Those were really hard to keep in stock. Cookies, Clark's Donuts. We have some new artisan breads, and we have a new old vendor of ours that's going to be coming back in doing some homemade breads and rolls in that bakery case. Actually, we talked about today. I was kind of wishing he was there, but next time we're on, we'll probably be talking about these homemade breads. And you can put some of that homemade butter on it from Hanley's.
How do you not
I'm gaining weight talking about it.
I was going to say, how do you not reach in and say, hey, I'm going to get a treat today?
Yeah, well, at first I did. I've learned to control myself.
Yeah, especially in the late afternoon.
I'm eating the profits. No.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Bill, before you head out, let's remind folks what's going on this weekend with Free Comic Book Day, and again, the variety of comic books you have.
Yes, just come on in. A variety of comic books. It's May the 3rd, Free Comic Book Day, and we're open 8 to 4 on Saturday. I'll have, you can come in and take a couple comic books that interest you. I'll probably have maybe some treats, maybe some little extra Clark's Donuts on Saturday. So, come on in and check us out. Yeah.
That's wonderful. And again, just find something that interests you. And if somebody comes in and they're buying for the first time, or they've collected, different comic books over the years, do they ever ask you, should I start with, issue number 1, or is it okay to jump in?
It's okay to jump in. There's always like jumping on points, but number 1s are always good to start at. But like Superman's been out for 80 years, so I mean you just got to jump in somewhere. You're not going to get a number.
You'll have a good idea of who he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So stop in, and that's on Saturday already.
2 days from now. Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's May.
Well, Bill, good luck with all of that. So thank you.
Okay.
You're watching The Morning Drill on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Again, we're here with our friends from Titusville Market Square. Free Comic Book Day Saturday. Susan, lots of other great things happening. And be thinking of those strawberries, chocolate-covered strawberries. That's coming up for great for Mother's Day. But again, a lot of cool finds for mom gift certificates? Are they
Yes,
available?
that's what I was going to bring up next. I was thinking about that. We have reloadable gift cards from Market Square. So if you're not sure exactly what candle scent or what mom would like, we have the reloadable gift cards. So that's a nice item too. We give a few of those out. We help a lot of nonprofits in the area too, the fire departments and different things that are having raffles. So, we put together raffle baskets and include our gift cards with those. So that makes a great gift as well.
And is that any amount somebody can come in?
Yep, any amount you would like, just like any of the other store cards, the plastic swipeable cards, and they're reloadable, and you can put any amount on them.
Also makes great
and they never
gifts.
expire.
And then yes, make for great gifts. So stop in and get those. Can you so kind of run through, like, if you walk in the store, what are you seeing initially? What's hitting you immediately, and kind of give us a tour of the store.
Well, most people, I call the side door off Central Avenue. There's 2 entries. If Central, when you walk in, you kind of walk into our food area, where we have 5 local dairies. I forgot about Hanley's. So it's kind of our grocery area, a lot of specialty foods, artisan cheeses, cheese blocks, a variety of eggs from quail to chicken to duck to jumbo chicken. I'm trying to think what else is there. The yogurts, cottage cheese, Titusville Dairy cottage cheese. People can just not get enough of that. We go through 120 5-pound containers a week. That's just in the 5 pounds. So like 600 pounds of cottage cheese. And then not to mention what we sell in the slim and trim variety, the 1 pound size. It's Mexican night for the women of the Moose, so I'm taking Titusville Dairy sour cream to go with our tacos. And they have wonderful chip dip too. A lot of people don't know French onion chip dip from the Titusville Dairy. It's just fabulous. So a lot of good stuff there. Cream cheese for the holidays or whenever, but we have 5-pound cream cheese. The ladies like it for their pumpkin rolls.
Well, Memorial Day weekend's coming up.
Oh, that's true. Lots of good stuff. So the next cooler in, Marsh Farm, it's Marburger Dairy. So all the good milks from Marburger and their products and their Marburger iced teas. And then we have Marsh Farms with local beef from Spartansburg. And that we're always calling him to restock. We sell a lot, very high quality, good pricing on it, but very good beef product there. And then our pickled items, our Amish wedding, are very popular. The asparagus that my oldest brother likes, and just canned peaches and relishes and salsas. So there's a lot going on. Pickled eggs, you name it. And then our breads, which is going to be expanding. And we carry every day, white and wheat and buns and things needed. But we're expanding that bakery case. We just got in a line of sourdough bread and an everything sourdough bread that's good. And our local Ed that has the Street Guys down at the VFW, he has like a bakery license to bake that. He's the one going to be producing the homemade bread and rolls. So
oh, wow.
I think that might be rolling out today because we talked about him starting that on a Thursday. So that's coming to our bakery case.
Well, and then it just seems like there's like a great collection of, I don't want to say old-fashioned candies, but there's, those great things that bring back a lot of memories.
Right. If you turn the corner, that's right where the nostalgic candies are.
Yeah.
The old-fashioned gums, tea-berry and blackjack. And I was trying to think what the other ones were. What was that thing? Oh, those Haichu.
Yes.
Haichu candies.
Not gum.
Yeah. They're...
Do you still have like the Dog and Suds root beer?
Yes, Dog and Suds root beer. So there's kind of novelty sodas. And, of course, as you are on that corner, that's Bill's Comic Books 101. He's one of the anchor stores. So he's got, like he said, thousands of comic books, gaming supplies. And then we get into the variety of vendors as you walk through the store, the soaps, candles, jewelry. We have a handful of antique dealers. And if you circle to the front of the store or come in that front door, you're coming into like a home decor area. Homemade... also, that's where the homemade maple syrup and local honey is. And then, all your decor, flags. I'm trying to think. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot, yeah.
There's like 120 vendors.
Again, whether you're heading to work, coming home from work, lunch, stop in and can find pretty much everything there.
There's some smaller sizes. We carry speaking of yogurt, it's called Skyr yogurt. It's thick like a Greek yogurt, and it's in a single serve. That's the only one that comes from our vendor, God's Country Creamery. And he's a raw milk vendor, so we have a vendor with the whole raw milk, and he has whole raw milk artisan cheeses, but some people are grabbing in. So I've started to keep some spoons out front. They're like, do you have a spoon? So we have plastic spoons for them. So if you want to grab in and grab that quick snack, we'll hand you a spoon.
That's funny. Before wrapping up, I want to cover the chocolate-covered strawberries again, but this summer?
This summer, and we are in the throes of planning for our Wine, Shine, Brew, and Food Tasting at Oil Festival. So we have a couple more wineries on board. We're just wrapping up, finalizing that list. We'll have our 2 local breweries, Oars and Fat Chad's, will be on site. And we're working on a 3rd brewery. We're hoping to finally have mead for the first time, so we have a mead vendor on site. And our in-house Broken Straw Valley Winery is in-house 24/7. So they're the anchor winery, and we're supplementing them with 6 or 7 more wineries. So
that's great.
Then we'll bring out all those good cheeses I was talking about and all the food products.
And tickets will go on sale sometime this summer?
They'll go on sale in June. I believe we're still keeping them at $25 a ticket, but that gets you the all access to our circus tent in the parking lot. It's a lot of fun, my circus. But just the food tasting, people enjoy that with the cheese and we open up all the food samples, and we have live entertainment. They're on board again. Local band Flashback will be providing some live music entertainment. So
that's great.
It's a good time.
Chocolate-covered strawberries for Mother's Day, so get in and get those ordered.
Those strawberries.
Susan, great seeing you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Take care.
Yep.